This Squier Affinity Deluxe Starcaster has the wrong neck. It's a Laurel fretboard, the wrong headstock shape. It sucks. Let's find out if the original Squier Affinity Starcaster neck with the correct fretboard and headstock will fit on that body. And while we're at it, we can also check if the Squier Classic Vibe Starcaster neck will fit on the same body. Let's check it out. Use the chapters. Hello and welcome. Okay, some old man cloud yelling incoming. I have a problem with Fender / Squier's most recent Starcaster offerings. I know this is just what the internet is now. It's a weird rant, bear with me. Okay, so Starcasters are the coolest guitars ever, in my opinion, because they're offset, semi-hollow, with a 25.5 inch scale length on a maple fretboard with this weird clog shoe Marmite headstock that a lot of people hate. I don't. This is just part of the whole Starcaster vibe. I love it. Anyway, my problem starts with the Tom DeLonge Starcasters. That's where they introduced the rosewood fretboards and the wrong headstock shape.
That's cool, and I get that.
And not too long after that, they introduced the new Squier Affinity Deluxe Starcasters. Sorry, there's a lot of air quotes going on here today. Let's just go with it. So yeah, the Deluxe Starcasters with a similar looking Laurel fretboard, and again, the wrong headstock shape. Bad Squier, bad! So it seemed like Fender Squier had started killing off everything that was cool about Starcasters, starting with discontinuing the original 70s one for a start, and then discontinuing these short-lived 2013 Fender Modern Player Starcasters. Then, I think it was just last year that they briefly discontinued the 2019 Squier Affinity Starcasters and the Squier Contemporary Active Starcasters. But these have both recently made a comeback on Fender's website and are now marked as back in stock. So it seems they're no longer discontinued, which means that this video that I made about them getting discontinued last year is now false.
And you told some of the biggest lies that I've ever heard of in my whole life.
Sorry about that. Anyway, I also made another video comparing the Squier Affinity Starcaster versus the new Squier Affinity Deluxe Starcaster, and in that video I talked about how you potentially should be able to switch necks across most of these models. And then they brought out this thing. It's a web-only Fender exclusive Squier Affinity Deluxe Starcaster in Lake Placid blue. Ho ho!
Dear God, it's beautiful.
But as you can see, it's got the wrong neck. But we're going to try and fix that. By the way, I don't condone buying from Fender direct. Support your preferred retailer if you can. This was a one-off, and I'm a hypocrite with a weakness for Starcasters. Sorry. Anyway, let's put this to the test. Will this body accept Exhibit A? This Squier Affinity neck with the correct maple fretboard and the correct headstock shape. I got this off Facebook Marketplace. And Exhibit B, which we're just about to open. I got this one used off of eBay. Here we go. Here we go. Ta-da! I've not even seen this yet. It's a Squier Classic Vibe Starcaster neck. Maybe we'll try both. There's the original bad neck. There's the Classic Vibe, and here's the Affinity. But what you want to know is Do they fit in the pockets? Let's find out. So we already know this one fits in. Let's try the Classic Vibe. We're doing this one-handed. Which was probably a bad idea. There we go, that's in. What do we think? Yes, no, maybe? I do like the look of that. But I've decided I'm going to go with the Affinity just because with the Classic Vibe, I think two things. One is I want to buff that with steel wool because it's a bit too glossy. And the second thing is I originally bought that one to go on the white Starcaster because I think that'll look better. So that's what's happening. We are going to go with the Affinity. And hopefully we've answered the question, are the necks compatible? Yes, you can put a Classic Vibe neck on an Affinity and you can put an Affinity neck on an Affinity Deluxe body. It all works. Right, this is the one we're going with. Carrying on. Okay, so there we have it. It's fixed. It fits. So what do you think? Did I ruin it? Was it better the way it was? Let me know in the comments. Come on, it's beautiful. This is way better. Still works. And by the way, if you want to hear sound samples of this guitar in its stock condition before I put this better neck on it, I reviewed the white version of this and you can watch that video up there if you want to see that, alright? But what we've learned here is that now we've got loads of options. You could switch necks and bodies on Starcasters. So Affinity Deluxe and Affinity bodies are compatible, as are Classic Vibes compatible. So that means you could pretty much have it any way you want it. What would you have? Would you have the old Affinity in candy apple red with this neck and fretboard on it, the wrong one? How dare you? Or what other options would you go for? So this is why I'm saying you can have it any way you want it. You could buy a couple of Starcasters and make up the way you want it and then sell the other one, or you could buy necks and wait to start collecting these necks whenever I find them used. So I picked this neck up off of Facebook Marketplace. This one was off of eBay for a Classic Vibe. I was so close to putting this one on there, but I might still do that in the future. And then this one here will now be for sale. I'll be selling this one. So you could see how people have different preferences. So you're going to find probably the neck you want. Swapping necks, stuff like that. They're compatible. I'm happy to know they're compatible. Maybe only excluding this contemporary active Starcaster because it has this sculpted neck heel and different screw pattern on the back. Note this is only the gunmetal and shoreline gold models, but you probably could change it. I don't know, somehow. If you want to see a few of these combinations mocked up, I did some in this video up here you can watch, where I was speculating on some potential Starcaster colour combinations and options that they might bring out in the future. And it just so happens that they brought out this one, which was actually one of the ones that I mocked up in that video. You'll see it, watch it, maybe, if you like. Okay, so we changed the neck. Now what? Well, good question that no one asked. But I'll be going a bit mental with this, as I always do. We're going to be sticking probably a roller bridge on here, Duesenberg style trem. I'll more than likely change the pickups. I've actually got a set of Fidelitrons that I might put in here. That'll be fun. What else? I'm thinking maybe brass nut again, and probably locking tuners, because I've got a spare set kicking around. maybe even a pick guard. I do like to change up my Starcasters. What mods would you do? Maybe none. It's fair enough. Do what you like. This is going to be an absolute beast. If you like that sort of thing, consider subscribing to the channel for more Starcaster-ness. You might like it. You might not, but you might. Live streams. I do them every Thursday, 7:30 PM UK. Be great to see you there if you can make it. Okay, so once again, I'm absolutely over the moon with this. Could not be happier. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you later.